Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Jennifer Janae. Okay, mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay, so I just wanted to sit down and have a little, I don't know, like maybe a one-on-one conversation just about my changes. Um, I had I got a mommy makeover. What I would say is a mommy makeover is what you define it. I don't know if it would be defined as a full-fledged mommy makeover, but it was a mommy makeover for me. Only because my kids, pregnancies and all that can change your body. And for me, even though I was working out and being healthy and losing weight, I had a hernia. So it was very, very hard for me to tighten up my muscles because the only way I could tighten my muscles, surgery, whether it was through my primary care or through a surgeon. For me, I started with going to the doctor, going to my primary care, just talking with my primary care doctor about solutions to my hernia because it definitely was painful to do any type of sit-ups or any ab workouts because on top of me trying to work my core, I really couldn't because I didn't have, my muscles were so distended that the only option I had was surgery. So my primary care actually referred me to a plastic, well, he was a surgeon, but he was also a plastic surgeon. And I started from there. I did call said plastic surgeon, and it was a local plastic surgeon. I will put their information down below. It was called The Glow, and they're located in Northern Virginia near Tyson's Corner. And my doctor was Dr. Santiago. I got multiple procedures. My main goal was to be able to work my abs and get that situation together because not only did I have I needed muscle repair, I needed hernia repair, and also since you was already in there, I went ahead and opted for a tummy tuck, so tighten my skin. Now I did get a natural type of tummy tuck. I did not want to look like a surgery girl. Typically there's a look to it. Didn't want a BBL, nothing like that. I didn't get any procedures other than lipo 360 around my waist, and then I got a hernia repair, muscle repair, and skin removal, which is mainly a tummy tuck. The lipo 360 is basically from around the upper back and all the way around. And then with the hernia repair, he did basically stitch my muscles back together. And that was all that I received. It does look like I got a BBL, but I had all that. Okay. That was family. That was, part of my lineage. We got some butts. Okay, all of us. I'm from Georgia. I'm a Georgia girl. We got that A. Okay. So, no, I did not get a BBL. I did not get breast implants. All I got was a tummy tuck, muscle repair, and hernia repair with lipo 360. That's all I received. I believe that my derriere looks bigger because I don't really have a tummy. Obviously, you are going to have something when you sit down. I do, have the normal sit down tummy. Not what it was, but it is like pre-baby sit down tummy. But I definitely will include pictures as we go along with my story or what happened you know. So I am officially a year post-op. I got my surgery June 19th, 2025. So I'm a little over a year because we're in July now. But I made the decision to work on myself only because I knew I was going to be happier being my healthy, fit self. And if I had any additional resources that I could use towards bettering myself, I did. I can say that I'm blessed. I didn't finance my surgery. And it was, I would say, about $8,000 for everything that I got. I can tell you I did do research. I have a couple of friends that did go out of the country to Colombia and also Dominican Republic. No knock to them, nothing against that, but there's a body type that comes out of that type of surgery. Very BBL-ish, very much not natural. And it's not that I didn't want to look natural, I just didn't want to BBL. And I did get the contacts of those surgeons, and I had a consultation, and for some reason I kept getting the consultation and they would add in BBL. I kept saying I didn't want that. So for me, I wanted to make sure I was going to a doctor that was going to do exactly what I needed, because I didn't need nothing added back there. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy with how my body was in the back. So when I kept getting quotes, I just kind of felt like there was a barrier, maybe a language barrier, because again, people go down there for the dramatics, the dramatic look. I personally don't think it was cheaper at all, because the quotes that I received, including the BBL, was around $7,000. And, you know, I think it was just $1,000 less. But again, I didn't get, I got certain things worked on, not the whole shebang bang. Okay. So no knock to people who do want to go out the country. I just felt more comfortable being stateside, where it's more regulated, United States board certified. And I know there's board certified everywhere. This is just what I wanted. I wanted to be in the United States, preferably closer to home. And that's something that I was very sure about. I did not want to go to Miami. I wanted to go to a surgeon that didn't have that conveyor belt type of situation they have in Miami, where he does like 5 girls, 6 girls, 10 girls a day. My surgeon, Dr. Santiago, which is the best doctor in the world, he was awesome. He only did 1 surgery a day. And I actually did go to the ER my second night at home, only because it was really a knock on me. My mom came over to help me get, cleaned up, tied up, whatever. And we did my abdominal wrap too tight. And it was, I couldn't breathe, because I was still very much swollen. So I did go to the ER. All they did was loosen my bandages, and I went back home. Okay. So it was nothing major at all. My surgery did take about 4 or 5 hours. And to get qualified for my surgery, all I did was go to my primary care, and my primary care doctor, who actually referred me to my surgeon, he ran blood tests to make sure everything was good to go as far as health-wise. So I did not have any issues going through my recovery. So I did have vitamin D deficiency and iron deficiency. So I did kind of beef up my iron with Hemoplex. And there's Floradex, which is a German, it's like an iron drink. And then Hemoplex are pills, and I'll put everything, right here. I'll pop it up if I remember how to do that. And I took those for about 2 weeks, and then I went back to my primary care, did another blood test, and I was good to go with the normal range. Once I got clearance from my primary care, they sent everything up to Northern Virginia to my doctor, and we scheduled my surgery. It took me maybe a month to get fully ready to go. I was very, very nervous. This is something that I did because, girl, I was just tired. I didn't want to go through the rest of my life with the hernia. Okay. I did not. I mean, it's very, you could live through it very well so, but I just didn't want to do it. I wanted to feel good about myself. And I can say it's pretty taboo in my family. I think I maybe have one person in my extended family who's had confirmed plastic surgery, but no one has, nobody in my family has really had plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? I do have a couple of friends that did get the surgery, and I did do a lot of research, and I felt like I was confident with my choice of getting this type of surgery. Now, what I did to prepare is way more than what you need. Like, you do not need all of that stuff that the supply list they give you, or the supply list that you see online or TikTok or YouTube. You don't need all that, okay? I had one abdominal binder, and then I had some bed mats, but I really didn't even need that, but like maybe the first week. And then the doctor prescribed me, I guess, I don't know if it was blood thinners or whatever, but I'll also enclose a video of how I was walking. I think it was the second day. Now, I'll tell you this. I was very, very, very nervous getting on that table. I was face down when I went into the, I had to walk into the surgery room and lay face down. And I counted to maybe 3 and I was out. Okay. When I woke up, I didn't feel anything, obviously, because I was very much drugged up. And my daughter and my friend was there the whole time in the waiting room. And I'll tell you this, my daughter, she's 18 now. I know, I cannot believe my baby is 18. Jada, she took care of me 100%. My mom and my dad stopped by every day to bring me and the kids food and stuff. Although, that wasn't even something that I didn't even think of. So I'm just telling you, like, if you could do it at home and you have the support, do it closer to home. I hear a lot of the recovery houses are great, but for me, I just felt, again, closer to home, the better. I can do a second video of all the supplies that I use because I don't want to make this video too long. I do want to insert before and after pictures for you guys to see. I was in a healthy BMI, but again, my tummy and all my skin and my hernia and my muscles were distended. It just, girl, yeah. So this is how I looked before the surgery, and I was not happy with that. Okay. Call me a little vain, but I was a model when I was like 18. So girl, I don't know if it was just in my head that I could look better, but I did this. Okay. This is my after. I think this was 6 weeks after. I'm gonna tell you this straight up. Surgery is not an easy choice. It is not a way out. It's not a shortcut. The recovery is just as hard as if you went to the gym every day, ate right, did all that stuff. Because with the surgery, you have no choice but to try your best to heal, stay healthy, and keep your mind and body good, okay? It's not a shortcut. For me, I've seen a lot of surgery videos Or a lot of girls talk about surgery like it's just a quick fix. You can go do this. No. Recovery was hard, even in the best of situations. And I was a pretty healthy candidate. I could not move after the third day. Like, I can tell you, I was in a lot of pain. If you don't have people that's going to help you keep up with your pain meds, you have to walk every other hour just to get your blood flowing. If you don't have that additional support, I would say wait until you get that additional support. For me, I'm grateful to my parents, my mom, my daughter, 100%, and my friend who was there the first night with me, because it was an in and out surgery. It was 4 hours, I believe, 4 to 6 hours. I have to make sure because it's been so long. And it was, I don't even remember the first day. I was just very lethargic. Second day, it was okay. My parents came over. I was walking. I only had one drain. The doctors usually have 2 drains in patients on each side, but I only had one drain on this side. The doctor said I was little, so he only put in one drain on one side. I kept the drain in for maybe a week and a half. After surgery, once I was a week post-op, I went up to the doctor in Tyson's, my surgeon in Tyson's, and Dr. Santiago took the drain out. Now the belly button, we'll get into that, but I'll just say the belly button was kind of my only issue. I don't really like tummy tuck belly buttons, and I feel like mine looks like one but not, because I feel like I didn't do it right. Like, the healing process wasn't right for me, only because I kept it clean. I use little, don't get those little bead plug things that they have on Amazon. Just don't get that. Just get some earplugs, and a lot of Vaseline, and you scoop it up and stick it in and put your bandage over it. That's pretty much what I did for, I think, maybe 2 months. And I wore a stomach binder for the first month. After I think 5 weeks, I started to get into some fajas. I did have a couple of custom fajas that I used after like 2 months. Stage 2 and 3, I do have them. If y'all do want to see them in a second video, I can just like pull out everything that, the supplies and all that realistically you need. I did get a bunch of medicine like extra strength Tylenol and all that stuff, but I'm gonna be real with you. My doctor, he prescribed Percocets. I got a refill on them Percocets, and I upgraded to Dilaudid, even though he probably wasn't supposed to give me that, but I ain't want to feel no pain, okay? Time off from work, I did take an extended leave only because mine was partly a medical issue, so I was able to take that extra time. Make sure you have extra time. You're not going to just return to work great after 2 weeks. Like, you need at least a month or more, okay? That's what I would say. But I can tell you that it was a very tough recovery, very lonely recovery, even with my kids here. Very lonely, because you're literally in the bed, and then if you're not in the bed, you're walking around a little bit. I tried after a week post-op to go to the mall, because there's a huge mall, Tyson's Corner Mall. I tried to walk in there because I needed a lot of tank tops. You need a lot of tank tops. Compression tank tops, if you can find them, because you need to wear them with your faja. I will do another video, so just hold tight, okay? I'm gonna do a whole another video with the supplies that you will need. I guess this is just the prep and the surgery process. But I'm telling you, my surgery, getting prepped, getting that pre-lab work done, I did that through my primary care, and my surgeon worked hand in hand with my primary care to get me good and cleared to go. The process was very easy. The glow, they have you assigned to a coordinator, which was a nurse that you can text at any time. Matter of fact, you know how surgeons, like, they're really busy people. I know they're very important people, but Dr. Santiago makes you feel like he is truly your doctor, because when I was at the ER at 3 a.m. because we tied my dressing too tight, my abdominal binder too tight, he answered that dang on phone. He was available at every stage of the game, okay? And that is another reason why you should probably try to target a surgeon that only does 1 to 2 surgeries a day. It's not the Miami. I understand Miami, that it's cheaper, but it's for a reason. A lot of those people, they don't have that full experience where they get to see the doctor, talk to the doctor before and after, or even call that doctor in the middle of the night. That's not the case with my surgeon. I recommend the Glow if you're in the Virginia area. Hands down, love them. From the coordinator to my surgeon and the aftercare. I did get massages. They are necessary to prevent fibrosis, but I never even had that. So if y'all want to see my body now, I will show you. This is, I'm kind of, well, I just ate dinner, but y'all can see my body. I'll show you. Hold on. Okay, this is it. And I'm not holding anything in. This is my body. It is a natural type of, I do have scars that I'm going to get tattooed, but for the most part, the recovery was not easy, but it wasn't impossible. And I would say, if this is something you want to do, make it okay within yourself, because not everybody will agree, because, you know, surgery is tied to life and death situations. So it is not an easy decision to make. So just keep that in mind. But if you want to do it and you're healthy enough to do it and you have the funds to do it and you have the support to do it, do it. Do it. I'm telling you. But do it safe. And do it within the means that you have, meaning make sure you have the support. Support is important. So, yeah, this is why I was gone from YouTube, and I'll be back with another video. I was kind of nervous getting on camera again, but thank you guys for watching, and I will be back with a part 2 supplies, or answering any questions you may have below. So just put them in the, what is it called? Put it in the comments. Yeah, I forgot. Dang, it's been a long time. Put it in the comments if you have any questions regarding surgery, recovery, supplies, so I can address it in the next video. But I'm happy to be back on the tube. I've been missing you guys, so I will be back with more videos, whether it's vlogs, or I'm into a couple different new things that I want to share with you guys. So just stay tuned. Your girl is back. See ya in the next video.